Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So we got Bitcoin here on the hourly, and despite yesterday's pump action here, Bitcoin looks like it has found its top, at least temporarily. Okay, right now Bitcoin trading right at about $55,000. You guys see yesterday, Bitcoin did pierce the 0.786 Fibonacci line, retraced right back down to the 0.702, and is now coming right back up to the 0.786 right over here. You guys can see that on the hourly. So now the question is, have sellers found their point where they want to take profits, or are buyers going to get excited and keep buying up Bitcoin to send Bitcoin to new all-time highs? It's a very interesting question. Of course, we did see that significant pullback right back down to the 0.702, but now we are seeing investor confidence roll back into Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto space. We also saw that knockback for XRP. Unfortunately, XRP has not recovered in the same kind of manner, but we know XRP does indeed react in a different manner than the rest of the crypto space. So XRP trading right now at about 0.468. All right, let me put a Fibonacci here on XRP just to give you guys a sense of where we're at. So just kind of in between the 0.236 and the 0.382. Not too much action here for XRP. Although I don't actually think altcoin season is really taken off yet, I do still think there are more gains to be had for Bitcoin. You know, some are predicting upward of $80,000 to $100,000. Others are predicting a Bitcoin much, much higher. And again, we've really only seen the bulls kind of take charge as of about March last year, so only for about 12 months now. In the past, and let me put Bitcoin on the daily for a second here, just wanted to show you guys this trend here. In the past, we have seen bull runs go as long as roughly 2.5 years. Okay, so if we consider this to be the bottom for Bitcoin before that last bull run, this was at around August 2015, and of course it took 848 days for Bitcoin to reach its all-time high. So just shy of about 2.5 years, and if we take a look at this trend here, and we take the bottom, going till about today, we're only at about 817 days, so not too far off. But the other thing you got to remember too is these bull runs tend to get longer and longer over time. So we can see here on the chart, bull run from 2011 to 2013 was a lot shorter than this one, mid-2015 to 2017, and chances are this one will also take a lot longer to find its all-time high. So again, unless you have a crystal ball, predicting time is going to be tricky. And guys, I'm giving away 2 Ledger Nanos. We have to reach 70,000 subscribers by March 31st. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe now. I'm giving them away on April 1st. And give a thumbs up to the channel, guys, if you like the videos. It's a free way to support the channel. Want to keep moving? This from DJ Peter Vass. U.S. lawmakers introduce bill to clarify crypto regulations. And I know we've heard a lot of noise in the past about lawmakers bringing forth bills, but this proposed bill would create a working group to evaluate U.S. cryptocurrency regulations with input specifically from the SEC and the CFTC. So Congress may soon try to clarify digital asset regulation in the U.S. It was brought forth by these politicians. Let me get down here. The goal of the legislation, called the Eliminate Barriers to Innovation Act of 2021, would be to clarify when the SEC has jurisdiction over a particular token or cryptocurrency, i.e. when it is a security, and when the CFTC has jurisdiction when it's a commodity. U.S. regulations can often appear lacking, with no clear rules on when a certain cryptocurrency is treated as a security or not, with SEC enforcement actions providing much of the guidance in this area. SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce, who is outspoken on the issue, tried tackling it back in 2020 by proposing a 3-year safe harbor for projects to get off the ground. Under the terms of the bill, Congress would create a working group within 90 days of the bill's passage, composed of SEC and CFTC representatives. An interesting timing that this is happening right now at this critical point in cryptocurrency history in the United States specifically. Of course, Hester Peirce has been trying to, push these motions through as early as 2020. As it mentions up here, she did propose the 3-year Safe Harbor Act. There's a link there if you guys want to know a little bit more about that. But all this happening, guys, when a major American fintech company, namely Ripple, is in court fighting this exact problem. And on that topic, more news has been coming out with regards to Ripple's response to the SEC's allegations. So this from XRPCRYPTOWOLF. I'm going to cover it from a few angles here. So Ripple asserts that XRP's characteristics make it incompatible with trading security regulations. Ripple refutes the SEC's allegations that the payment startup participated in an illegal securities offering when they first issued XRP to investors. So this article from the Daily Hodl, Ripple officially responds to SEC's allegations on crypto asset XRP, and the word denies appears 440 times. time. So as we know, last week Ripple did respond to the SEC's allegations in that 100-page document. And here are some excerpts from that. Ripple denies it engaged in any offering of securities, denies the inaccurate characterization of the legal advice Ripple received regarding XRP, and denies that it engaged in a single offering of XRP. Ripple also takes issue with the SEC's use of the term offering to describe how the San Francisco-based company sold and distributed its native token. In addition, Ripple asserts that XRP's characteristics make it incompatible with traditional security regulation, and that being forced to go through those regulations would negatively impact its main purpose as a cryptocurrency. A quote from the document: "Before this case, no securities regulators in the world has claimed that transactions in XRP must be registered as securities, and for good reason. The functionality and liquidity of XRP are wholly incompatible with securities regulations. To require XRP's registration as a security is to impair its main utility. That utility depends on XRP's near instantaneous and seamless settlement in low-cost transactions. Treating XRP as a security, by contrast, would subject thousands of exchanges, market makers, and other actors in a gigantic virtual currency market to lengthy, complex, and costly regulatory requirements never intended to govern virtual currencies." So a very clear-cut, authoritative statement here made by Ripple, giving very strong, tangible arguments as to why XRP is a utility token and should not be deemed a security. Let me keep going here, guys. This is from Ian Northing, posting this article from AMB Crypto, talking about that letter addressed to Judge Torres. So the SEC alleged that Ripple seeks to avoid liability for its unregistered offerings by diverting the court's attention with a number of affirmative defense arguments, which have all been pigeonholed into the label fair notice. So there's also this issue of fair notice. The SEC's trial lawyer and the author of the motion in question, George Tenreiro, also went on to clarify that the agency's intentions would be to strike the upcoming motions to dismiss filed by Ripple founders Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson by requesting the court to set a joint briefing scheduled for the same. So according to the SEC, Ripple's fair notice defenses are legally improper. This is what the SEC is saying about this. Legally improper, with the regulatory agency claiming that even if any of Ripple's defenses are proven correct, it would not set forth a legally valid defense to the SEC's Section 5 claim against Ripple. Ripple argues that the SEC failed to provide Ripple with due process and fair notice because the SEC staff allegedly met with industry executives and failed to tell them that XRP was a security. So Tenreiro added, rather than acknowledge its own obligation to follow the law, Ripple instead posits that the SEC staff had an obligation to affirmatively warn industry participants about violations of other participants. It sounds to me like a common sense argument that Ripple is making. The fact that, they're a company, they want to do business in the way that they do business with cryptocurrencies, and we know that it is a tenuous subject and something that is still being explored in a lot of ways with regards to U.S. law. And yet Tenreiro is saying, well, it's their responsibility. Why are they coming to us and asking us if they can do this? It's their responsibility to know if they can do this or not. Well, Ripple is turning around and saying, come on, guys, you guys are the lawmakers. You guys should give us the fair warning, the fair notice, give us the heads up. Are we doing something illegal or not? And so here's where we are kind of at a bit of a stalemate, I suppose. I don't know if you guys saw Thinking Crypto's interview with Hester Peirce here. Hester Peirce actually talks a little bit about the way the SEC is structured and how it's a bit of a double-edged sword where you kind of have to know if what you're doing is legal or not. On the positive side, it allows more business to get pushed through. But on the negative side, if you don't have good lawyers and a good team behind you, and you are found to be guilty of, in this case, let's say selling unregistered securities, then it all falls on you. So it's the way the system is set up, and Ripple, I get their side of the argument, but the SEC's lawyer, George Tenreiro, also mentions this other side to it, and it's just the way the SEC is set up. So if you guys haven't caught this interview, it's 1 hour long. I suggest you guys watch it, courtesy of Thinking Crypto. Want to keep moving along, though, with regards to this. So another article here, Ripple denies it engaged in any offering of securities. So here's where denies comes up. The official court document reads, Ripple denies it engaged in any offering of securities, denies the inaccurate characterization of the legal advice Ripple received regarding XRP, and denies that it engaged in a single initial offering of XRP. Ripple claimed that XRP did not fulfill the criteria for traditional securities regulation and denied that its original sale of the token did not constitute the SEC's version of an offering. It added, Ripple has strongly disputed the claims of XRP being a security. Before this case, no securities regulators in the world has claimed that transactions in XRP must be registered as securities, and for good reason. This is what Ripple said in the response. The functionality of XRP is incompatible with securities regulation, and then it goes on to talk a little bit about the utility that can be derived from the XRP cryptocurrency. And it's because XRP holds such a value in its utility, Ripple argues, is why it can't be deemed a security. Treating XRP as a security would subject thousands of exchanges, market makers, and other actors in the gigantic virtual currency market to lengthy, complex, and costly regulatory requirements never intended to govern virtual currencies, Ripple Labs said in its response to the allegations. Earlier, the SEC filed an action against Ripple Labs Inc. Right, and so those are just the initial details. But it looks like, guys, Ripple coming out swinging with more arguments here with regards to this. Finally, XRPCRYPTOWOLF posted this, and I know I might be sounding a little bit redundant, but I just want to go over this one more time. In the letter to Judge Annalisa Torres, the SEC asks the court to deny Ripple's fair notice defense. So there was this fair notice defense that was made, and to dismiss the motion to leave to file to dismiss the individual claims against Brad and Chris. The SEC claims that Ripple is attempting to avoid liability by shifting blame to the agency. And so Jeremy Hogan spoke up about this on Twitter. I saw his tweet with regards to this. So Jeremy Hogan here on Twitter, 3 quick thoughts on this. 1, the SEC wants to remove Ripple's fair notice defense because they are worried about it. Number 2, it would be a blow to Ripple if it's removed. And 3, the SEC wants it done quick because there are facts they don't want to come out in discovery. This is just what Jeremy Hogan is surmising based on what he knows about this case. So Leo asks, what does this mean for point number 3? The SEC don't want this to come out in discovery. Jeremy Hogan responds, the SEC doesn't want Ripple asking them questions and looking at documents related to how they've treated other cryptocurrencies and some other issues. This may go back to the Kick token case and other similar cases where the SEC has treated these coins in a certain way. And the outcomes of some of these cases might set a precedent as to how Ripple may or may not be punished for their quote-unquote wrongdoings, their alleged wrongdoings, I suppose we can call them at this point in time. AZN XRP asks, are your 3 longer thoughts coming via a YouTube video tonight? Jeremy Hogan saying, I'm heading to bed right now. I just shot a video a couple of hours ago. We'll upload it tomorrow. When will we know if it will be removed? Asks XRP 2020. Jeremy Hogan responds, not for another 2 months. Depends how fast the judge moves. If I were the SEC, I'd also move for a protective order from discovery. But that's just me. So Jeremy Hogan weighing in on this. The SEC probably a little worried about Ripple's fair notice defense, and this is why they want it removed. But if this does get removed, it could be a big blow to Ripple. And again, just wanted to mention this interview, so I will link it in the description of the video. This coming from Crypto Steve with regards to this interview. After listening to Thinking Crypto's great interview with Hester Peirce today, it seems that the SEC aren't claiming XRP as a security now. So this is just another point she brought up. Just that Ripple's sales only are security sales. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So Jesse Hines down here, also a lawyer who has been participating in this discussion. The lawsuit isn't, is XRP a security? Rather, it's, did Ripple sell XRP as a security? So that, I think, is a very important distinction to make. Even if XRP is not classified as a security, and it could, we've talked about this issue of there could have been a point in time when there was no utility being derived from XRP, and perhaps in a point in time the CEOs of Ripple were selling XRP as a security, were treating it as a security, and that could be true in one case, but today it clearly isn't. Today it serves a purpose on the XRPL. There's a lot of evidence to show that there is a lot of utility that can be derived from XRP. So some things to think about here, and Jesse Hines is clarifying this. So the lawsuit isn't about is XRP a security, and rather, did Ripple sell XRP as a security? Jeremy Hogan down here saying, I'm outlining this in a video right now, so guys, keep an eye out for Jeremy Hogan's video. And again, the Hester Peirce interview will be linked in the description of this video. Tipsy Tiger here making a very astute point that we should all remember. Though Hester Peirce made it clear that her and her fellow commissioners are not always singing the same hymn sheet, Gensler could be the deciding vote. So we've still got to wait for Gary Gensler, of course. This is going to be an interesting state of affairs once we see more developments occur. And finally, guys, I just wanted to leave you off with this from Ian Northing, retweeting out Digital Asset Investors' tweet here. He asks Tim Draper a question on this panel. And for those of you guys quickly who do not know or may have forgotten, Tim Draper is an American venture capital investor, okay? He's the founder of Draper Fisher Jurvetson, Draper University, Draper Venture Network, Draper Associates, and Draper Gore and Holm. And his most prominent investments include Baidu, Hotmail, Skype, Tesla, SpaceX, AngelList, SolarCity, Ring, Twitter, DocuSign, Coinbase, Robinhood, Ancestry.com, Twitch, Cruise Animation, and Focus Media. So this guy's a big player in Silicon Valley, a billionaire. Oh yeah, and by the way, in September of 2020, he went on the record telling the crypto community that he is invested in XRP. Listen to what he has to say about it now.
The best way for me to ask this, Tim, last time I was on here, I asked you if you owned XRP and you said you did. And what will really answer my question is, when the SEC lawsuit came out, did you sell all of your XRP?
Oh no. Oh no. I'm on the whole industry, I am very optimistic. I think we're going to see major. When people say, "Are you going to sell your Bitcoin?" I say, "Into what?"
And I guess we'll leave it at that. Tell me down in the comments what you guys think, and please subscribe to the channel, guys. We need to reach 70,000 subscribers by March 31st. I'm giving away 2 ledgers, a Ledger Nano S and X, but you gotta be subscribed to win. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.